تلين سمي حالك.
طب كيف؟
اعملي لي.
ايش حكيتي؟
مش أنا اللي بحكي.
طب ايش اعمل؟
اعملي.
شات واكتبي اسمك.
You can send me
اصبري
a message on chat.
مش
لا حطي على sending messages تحطي على اسمك تحطي رينام.
المور هاي. اوكي.
حطي على من وين تبعتي مسج بعدين اكبسي على اسمك حطي رينام.
Adam, Salji, Zaina.
اوكي.
Honey's iPhone, please rename yourself. I have to take the attendance.
لسه ولاء.
Hi, Lilian.
Hi teacher.
مش حاطة
Maher, I'm trying to unmute you, but it doesn't work. I think you are muted yourself. Kareem, the same. Adam, Salji, the same.
Hi. Hi teacher.
For the students who signed from iPhone, Lilian, we change your name. Thank you. Honey's iPhone, please rename yourself.
Maria.
Is that Maria?
Yeah.
Someone here.
هلا أنا سميت حالي. جوان بزيد شوفي تحت إذا أنا أصلا.
Maria, please rename yourself.
Yes.
Rename yourself, please.
سلمى.
نعم.
أنا سميت حالي شوفي تحت.
تولين الهندي.
أوكي منيح. الحمد لله. أصلا عملته أنا من زمان امبارح يعني ولا من
إيش الحصة؟
Okay, guys. Let's start.
ناس.
I'm going to mute you all. You're not allowed to speak until I finish everything or it's allowed to ask any question. Okay? I'm going to explain each part. After finishing each part, you can ask a question, but you have to use the reactions. There's a word, a tap reaction. You can use it to raise your hand or to say anything. Then I will unmute you to listen to your question. Okay? Okay, let's start. Today we are going to revise what we talked before. We took chapter 9, fraction concepts, and fraction operation chapter 10. We took chapter 11, decimals and metric measurement. What is our plan? Our plan is to revise for today, chapter 9, lesson 9-11, mixed numbers and improper fraction. We are also going to revise the question 9-11, compared mixed numbers. And from chapter 10, lesson 10 to adding subtractions with like denominators. And lesson 10-4, subtracting fractions with like denominators. For next time, we will be revising chapter 11, lesson 11-1, decimals and fractions. Lesson 11-2, decimals place value, and lesson 11-3, comparing and ordering decimals. Let's talk about mixed numbers and improper fractions. How do we convert a mixed number to an improper fraction? We have a popcorn method, which is you multiply the denominator, which is 2, by the whole part. It's also 2, so 2 times 2, it will be 4. Then we add the numerator 1, so 4 plus 1, it will be 5. And remember, it will be 5 out of 2. We never change the denominator, okay? We never change the denominator. This is the popcorn method. I think it's the easiest way to convert a mixed number to an improper fraction. We are going to have a couple of questions from student book, page 532. This one, who wants to try? Use reactions, please. Use reactions. Maher. 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 Do you hear? Yes, Maher, talk.
1 times 8, that's 8 times 3 plus 3, that will be 11. And that means it will be 11 out of 8.
11 out of 8, excellent. 8 times 1 is 8. 8 plus 3 is 11 out of 8, which is the same denominator. Thank you, Maher. Next question. Who wants to try? Celine.
8 times 3. 8 times 3 and 4 times 8 times 3 equals 12 and plus 2 equals 14.
Look to the question.
Yeah.
Where did you get 8 from? There's no 8.
4 times 3.
Yes, it's 4 times 3. Excellent.
4 times 3 equals 12 and 4 plus 2.
4 plus 2. Are you sure?
12 plus 2.
Excellent. 12 plus 2. 12 plus 2 equals how much?
14.
14 out of? Out of how much? What is the denominator?
3.
Yes, correct. Thank you, Celine. 3 times 4 is 12. 12 plus 2 equals 8. Out of 3, the same denominator. We said that the denominator never changed. Any question until now? If you have a question, just raise your hand. Kareem, do you have a question? If you don't have a question, just lower your hand, please. Who has a question? Izzuddin, do you have? Mutir? Yes, Mutir, talk.
Teacher, now the question that we did like about before 10 seconds, was it an improper fraction or a mixed number?
Question 12?
Yes, these.
It's a mixed number. We have to convert it into improper fraction because the questions asked for.
And how do we do the improper fraction to the mixed fraction?
Now we are going to talk about the opposite way.
Oh, okay.
Any question? Okay. Let's convert improper fraction to a mixed number. We divide the numerator by the denominator. So 7 out of 3, it's an improper fraction. Why it's improper fraction? Because the numerator is greater than the denominator. And how to convert it into a mixed number? By division. So we will divide 7 divided by 3. We go back now to division. How many groups of 3 we can make with 7? We can make 2. 2 times 3 equals 6. Now we subtract. 7 minus 6 equals, of course, 1. Do you see the quotient? The quotient. The quotient is 2. It's the whole part. Okay? So it will be the whole part. And 1, the remainder, is the numerator. And 3, the divisor, is the denominator. So our mixed number will be 2 and 1/3. This is the mixed number. Let's do a couple of questions from students book page 532. Who wants to try with the first one? Raise hand, please, with the reactions. Let's see. Zena.
5 divided by 2. 2 times 2 equals 4.
Yeah.
Times 2 equals 4. 5 minus 4 equals 1. The quotient is the whole number.
Yes.
Is 2. And 1 is the numerator, and 2 is the divisor is the new denominator.
Yes. So what is the mixed number, Zena?
It's 2, 1/2.
Excellent. That's good. Next question. Selma.
Okay. 17 out of 12. 12 divided by 17.
The opposite.
I mean-
17 divided by 12.
17 divided by 12. 16.
17 divided by 12. Is it 16?
No.
How many groups of 12 you can make with 17?
1.
1, of course.
And then 12 minus 17.
Yeah. 17 minus 12, not the opposite. Be careful. Equals how much?
5.
5, correct. So what is our mixed number?
So the number is 1. And then 12 out of 5.
Are you sure?
I mean 5 out of 12.
Excellent. That's it, Salma. Thank you. Any question until now? Nihad, do you have a question? Kareem? Kareem, do you have a question?
No.
You raised your hand. Maria? Do you have a question?
No.
So lower your hand, please, if you don't have any question. Celine, do you have a question?
No, but I just wanted to answer, so I raised my hand.
Okay.
Mute myself?
Yes, mute yourself, please. Now let's talk about comparing mixed numbers. Nihad, do you have a question? Yes, what's your question?
Teacher, I didn't understand it so well.
Which one?
This.
Okay, Nihad, look at me. When you want to convert an improper fraction, first of all, improper fraction is a fraction that have the numerator is less than, greater than the denominator. So here 17 is greater than 12. So you have to convert it into a mixed number. How? By long division. So you have to divide 17 out of 12. How many groups of 12 you can make with 17? Of course, you can make only one group. So 1 times 12 equals 12. Now 17 minus 12 equals 5. As we say, the quotient is the answer of division. Remember? It's 1. 1 times 12 equals how much? It's a 12. Now we subtract 17 minus 12 equals 5. The quotient is the whole part. The remainder, do you remember the remainder? Yes, this remainder is the numerator, and 12, the divisor, it's the denominator of the improper fraction, and it will be also the denominator of the mixed number. So it's 1 and 5 out of 12. It's just dividend, then you have to order the number in the correct way. Got it now?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. Comparing mixed number. When we want to compare between two mixed numbers, first of all, you have to look to the whole part. If the whole parts are different, it's easy to compare because the greater whole part will be the greater mixed number. So here we have 4 and 5 out of 8 and 10 and 4 out of 6. We have 4 and 10. Of course, 10 is greater than 4, so the mixed number if 10 and 4 out of 6 is greater. Now, we want to compare between these two mixed numbers. When we want to compare between mixed number, again, you have to compare the whole numbers first. Then you have to compare the denominators. If the denominators are different, you have to make them the same. So here the whole parts are the same. So it's not easy to compare like they are different. So look to the denominators. The denominator is also different. We have made them the same. By what? Equivalent fraction, if you remember the equivalent fraction. So how to make 3 like 12? By multiplying by 4, of course, because 12 is the multiplication table of 3. So we have to multiply by 4. You have to multiply by 4. So 1 times 4 equals 4. And 3 times 4 equals 12. Now we can compare between the two mixed numbers because the denominators are the same. So 12 is 12. Now 4 and 3, which one is greater? Of course 4 greater than 3. So the mixed number 1 and 1 out of 3 is greater than 1 and 3 out of 12. There's a lot of questions like this exercise from your student book, question number 2, 3, 6, 7, 9, 10, and 13. It's like this case, so study it, please. Who wants to try? Sally.
1 out of 5, we can change it to 10. So
Yeah.
we times 1 out of 5 by 2.
So it will be?
And so it will be 2 out of 5, out of 10.
Yes, 2 out of 10. Which one is greater, 2 out of 10 or 3 out of 10?
3 out of 10.
Excellent, Sally. Salma, do you have a question?
No, I just want to answer another question. I want to answer another question.
Okay.
Teacher, should I mute myself?
Yes, please. There's a question. Let's see who wants to answer. Sarah.
5 out of 6. The 6 we do it times 2, and the 5 we do it times 2. So that makes it 10 out of 12. So 5 out of 6 is 1. 5 out of 6 is greater.
Thank you, Sarah. That's correct. She multiplied by 2. So it will be 5 times 2 equals 10 and 6 times 2 equals 12. So 9 out of 12 is less than 10 out of 12. Thank you, Sarah. Now let's talk about adding and subtracting fractions. Before we start with adding and subtracting fractions, anyone have a question? Let's see, Maher, do you have a question? Mutia?
Yes.
Yes, talk.
Teacher, just like in case to get like more of sure, if we got like a number that was one, like wait, if we got a number that we cannot multiply to change the denominator so they will be the same, what should we do?
Like what?
Like like a one whole with 3 out of 12 and one whole 3 out of like 5.
This case we talked about it at a class, if you remember. We multiply the first fraction with the other denominator and we switch between them, but it's not included for you.
Oh, okay.
Okay, it's not included.
Okay.
Any question? Lena, do you have a question? Maria?
So we can multiply by any number
Any number? No.
that we need.
Here, look, it's 9 out of 12 and 5 out of 6. The whole parts are the same. So you have 6 and 12. 12 in the multiplication table of 6. So you have to multiply by 2 to get 12. Not any number, Maria.
Okay.
Nihad, do you have a question?
Yes,
Yes, talk.
teacher. Like the numbers who's bigger. Like the numbers who's like when we want to compare the numbers that are like the numbers that are bigger than the another one. So we're supposed to.
Nihad, listen carefully. If you have the denominators, the whole parts first, if the whole parts are the same, look to the denominators. If the denominators are different, you have to make them the same. After making the denominators the same, you have to compare between the numerators. The greater numerator will be the greater mixed number. So here, 9 out of 1 and 1 are the same. Look
But
to the
teacher-
denominators. Denominator
teacher-
is the bottom number, Nihad. Okay?
But teacher 9 out of 12 is supposed to be bigger because the numbers
No,
are bigger.
Nihad, look to the denominators, 6 and 12. The denominators first. We have 6 and 12. You can't compare because the number of parts are not the same, right? You have to make them the same by equivalent fractions. How we can make 6 as a 12, like a 12, by multiplying by 2, of course, right?
Yeah.
So 5 out of 6, you have to multiply it by 2 out of 2. 5 times 2 equals 10. And 6 times 2 equals 12. Look there. Now 9 out of 12 and 10 out of 12. The denominators are the same. Now you have to compare between the numerators. 10 and 9, which one is greater?
10.
10, of course.
Like teacher, like the numbers who's bigger. Like teacher, the numbers that are smaller, they are not bigger.
It depends on the mixed number you have.
Okay.
Any other question? Yes, Sally.
What if we have, for example, 3 out of 4, and we have to compare it 3, 5 out of 6? We can't change the 4 into a 6.
3 out of 4 and
3 out of 4 and 5 out of 8 of 6.
of 6. You have to find a common multiple between 4 and 6. That's what we talked about during the class before we go home, but it's not included for you now.
But it's in the workbook. Here.
We did a question. I know we did a question, some of the question, but it's the common multiple between 4 and 6. You can choose 12. So the first fraction you gave me, 3 out of 4, you can multiply it by 3 out of 3. So it will be 9 out of 12. And 5 out of 6, you can multiply it by 2 out of 2. So it will be 10 out of 12.
Okay.
Got it?
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure, Sally?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Any other question? Yes, Sama, you raise your hand.
Teacher, I
Please
want to
raise your voice, Sama.
the notes, teacher.
What? I can't hear you.
You said the notes about
I
the,
said the note you were asking about.
yeah, which one, which page?
Which note?
The note that we have to study it, the comparing.
Sama, I can't hear you. Please raise your voice.
The teacher, the note that you said about the comparing.
Comparing
Yes, the note.
that one of the denominators is a multiple of the other.
No, the other one. I don't know, but I did not read it.
Are you talking about this one?
Yes. No, not that.
This one?
Yeah.
Page 535.
Okay.
Any other questions, Sama?
No.
Okay. Okay, guys, let's talk about adding and fraction, adding and subtracting fractions with like denominators. Look, with like denominators, so the denominators are the same. Look here, we have a square. It's divided into 4 equal parts. I want to add the 2 yellow parts. 1 out of 4, 1 out of 4. When we want to add 2 fractions, we have to look to the bottom numbers, which is the denominators, as I said, the denominators. When the denominators are the same, you can easily add the numerators. So here we have 1 out of 4 and 1 out of 4. Denominators are the same, so we have to look to the above number, the number 1 and 1, we can add them now. So 1 plus 1 equals 2 out of 4. Never change the denominator, okay? With adding fractions, never change the denominator. With converting into a mixed number, never change the denominator. When you're converting into an improper fraction, also, we never change the denominator. The denominator is important, okay? So now here we have 1 out of 4 plus 1 out of 4 equals 2 out of 4. Is it in the simplest form? Is there any common multiple, common factor between 2 and 4? Sally,
Yes.
what is it?
Can you repeat the question?
Is there any common factor between 2 and 4?
Yes, 2.
What is it?
2.
2, correct. So we can simplify with dividing by 2, right?
Yes.
So if you
The
divide
an-
2 out of 4 by 2, it will be how much?
1 out of 2.
1 out of 2. Is there any common factor between 1 and 2?
No, only 1, which we
So
don't
is it
want.
in simplest form, right?
Yes.
Thank you, Sally. Now subtracting, it's the same. Look to the bottom number. If the bottom numbers, which is the denominators, are the same, you can now subtract the numerators. So 3 minus 1 equals how much? Maria.
Can you see the question again?
The question again, 3 minus 1 equals how much?
2.
It's 2. And the denominator, do you subtract it or keep it the same?
Keep it the same.
Excellent. So now the difference is 2 out of 4. Is it in the simplest form?
Yes.
2 out of 4. Is it in the simplest form?
Yeah. Oh,
Now, what do you think?
2,
Sama?
It's 2 and 4.
Yeah, is it in the simplest form?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Wait. Yes.
Mutia.
Teacher, no.
Okay, what do you have to do, Mutia?
We need to divide it by 2.
Mm-hmm.
So it will be 2 out of 4 divided by 2, and it will equal 1 out of 2.
1 out of 2. Correct.
Yes.
1 out of 2. Is it in the simplest form?
Yes.
How do you know?
Because it is divided.
Because?
Teacher, because the numerators, they don't have a common factor between the denominators.
Excellent, that's the word. There is no common factor between 1 and 2. Thank you. Nihad, do you have a question?
No.
Okay. Maria, do you have a question?
No.
Okay. Still 2 students raised hands. Kareem, do you have a question?
No, I just.
Noor?
Yes, teacher.
Yes.
We can't just subtract or add the number that's down. As here we have 4.
Again, repeat your question.
Here you have 3 out of 4 and subtract it by 1 out of 4.
Okay.
Then subtract average 4 down.
No, of course. I said we never change denominator. You have to keep it the same with adding or subtracting. Just the numerator,
Okay.
the top number only. After you finish adding on subtraction, you have to simplify your answer. Okay? Any question, guys?
No.
Let's see who has a question. Yes, Maria.
Right when you asked Sally if 2 out of 4 is in the simplest form.
Yes.
Yeah, you said it's yes. How? No, it's not in simplest form.
It's not in the simplest form. Look, Maria, 2 and 4, there is a common factor between 2 and 4. Both can be divided by 2.
Oh.
That's why. You got it now?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Let's see. Some of the students, I didn't hear your voice. It's Azadeen, yalla.
Three plus 4 equal 7.
Yes.
7 out of 8.
7 out of 8, excellent. Adam Shalji, question 18.
3 plus 6. It's 9.
Yeah.
So 12. 9 out of 12.
Yep, 9 out of 12. Is it in the simplest form?
Yes.
9 and 12. Is there any common factor?
No.
Sama, what do you think? 9 and 12, is there any common factor between them?
I think. Wait. No, teacher.
Maher, what do you think?
Divided with 3.
Excellent, you can divide by 3. So it will be how much?
It will be 3 out of 4.
Excellent, Maher. That's correct. It will be 3 out of 4. Thank you. Who's else? Question 20. Question 20. Lilian, I didn't hear your voice.
Miss Lilian just went to the washroom.
Okay. Celine.
10 out of 7.
10 out of 7. Is it in the simplest form, Celine?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Who has something different? Is 10 out of 7 in the simplest form? Kareem, what do you think?
Divided by. No, I think no.
Yes, Salma. Salma, unmute yourself. It's not working with me.
it's not it's an improper fraction.
Excellent. It's an improper fraction. What do you have to do?
So we have to divide 10 out of 7.
Excellent.
And then we're gonna put 1.
Yep.
And 1 times 7 equals 7.
Yes.
So 7 minus 10.
10 minus
10
7.
minus 7.
Yes.
3. So the answer is 1.
Yep.
And then 3 out of 7.
Excellent, Selma. Excellent. It's an improper fraction. The numerator is greater than the denominator. So you have to make a long division and it will be 1 and 3 out of 7. Let's talk about the difference. Please don't unmute yourself by your own. Yes, Nihad.
Yeah, I want to answer.
Yes, answer.
Yeah, wait a second. If 7 minus 3 equals 4.
Yep.
And 8 minus 8 equals 0.
No, Nihad, you were not following up. I said with adding and subtracting fraction, we never add or subtract the denominator. You have to keep it.
Okay.
Okay.
So
now, 4 and 8, are they in the simplest form?
Yes.
Are you sure? Let's see someone. Sally, Zainab.
Until 4 divided by 2 is 2, 8 divided by 2 is 4.
So, is 2 out of 4 in the simplest form?
2 out of 4 in the simplest form. Yeah, 2.
2 out of 4, is it in the simplest form? Stop. You said you can divide by 2, right? What do you think you divide by 4? Can you divide by 4?
No.
Are you sure? Okay, thank you, Zaina. Sama.
Okay. Teacher, if I divide by 4, it's gonna be 1 out of 2.
Excellent. Is 1 out of 2 in the simplest form?
No.
Can you
Yes.
divide more?
Yes, it's simplest form.
Yes, it's simplest form. Thank you. Noor.
It's 2 out of 10.
2 out of 10. Yep. Is it in the simplest form?
Yes.
Thank you, Noor. Adam Shalji. Unmute yourself. It's not working with me. So is it in the simplest form, Adam?
Question 18.
Yeah, 2 out of 10.
No.
What do you have to do? Adam Abu Adem, what do you think?
We have to simplify it.
Okay, can you simplify it?
Yes.
Okay, do it.
1 out of 5.
Excellent, 1 out of 5. He divided by 2. Thank you, Adam. Question 20. Let's see, new one. Who are signed from Sony PC iPhone? Can you talk? Sony PC iPhone. It's not Lilian. Please rename yourself so I can take the attendance. Can you all write your name in the chat, please? Sony PC iPhone. I can't recognize you. Okay, Joanna.
Yes.
Question 20, please.
Question 20. 17 minus 8 equals 9 out of 25.
Equals?
9 out of 25.
Is it in the simplest form?
Yes.
Thank you. Any question, guys, about adding or subtracting fraction? If you don't have a question, just lower your hand, please. Izzuddin, do you have a question?
No, I don't have a question.
Okay, Adam Abradi, do you have a question? So let's go talking about electronic homeworks. Electronic homeworks, I receive everything you do. So as you see here as Excel sheet about, look here, we have the date. Here, the date and time you did the homework. Here is your name, Adam Abu Ode, Muhammad Dababse, Dena Asali, all your names, I've received it. Here the question, and what is your answer? So please do the electronic homework. Okay, please do the electronic homework. The due date, if the due date has finished, you will receive this page. So telling you that it's no more accepting responses, okay? If the electronic homework still available, you will see this page. You can write your name, you can write your section, you can answer questions. And for the next time, we will be talking about chapter 11, lesson 11.1, decimals and fractions, lesson 11.2, decimals place value, lesson 11.3, completing and ordering decimals. So who has any questions before we leave? Yes, Noor, do you have a question?
No, teacher, I just want to tell you that I didn't have my math student book and everything for math. I keep them in the school before
Your
we have
math
that.
book. Okay, if you need to do some practice, I will send you a picture of the book. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks. Izzuddin, talk.
Teacher, I can't see all the electronic questions.
Why?
Homeworks. I don't know.
Do you do it in the day available?
I can't see it.
You can't see it.
Yes.
It's in. You should go to the homework. You have a link in the notes on the weekly plan.
Mm-hmm.
Check the all links you have. Okay.
Okay.
And let's see who has a question. Yes, Nihad.
Teacher, teacher, like the homeworks doesn't, like, teacher, from where I bring the not the electrical homework.
You have link in the notes.
No, I don't have
the weekly plan. When
but
you
teacher,
open the notes, you will have two links: one for the lesson, one for the homework.
Teacher, when I want to open the links in scans, and I do copy and then paste, and it didn't work.
You have this page.
Yes, and I do no.
That's
when
why
I want to
said, Nihad, you are doing the homework after the due date has gone. That's why you received this page.
But teacher, when I want but a link, it doesn't work. And all
Send me a message when it doesn't work.
Okay.
Let's see, Sama. Yes, Sama.
Teacher, I finished writing decimals.
Really, that's good. Sally.
Yes.
You can talk. You raise your hand.
I did all the homeworks, and The sound is not clear for me.
Which one?
For everyone. هلا مش عارفة ليه.
The sound? Sally, talk. I can hear you.
Yes.
What were you saying about the homeworks? I think your internet connection is not good. Yes, Maria, talk.
There's nothing. The sound is not clear enough.
Okay. Maria, talk.
I do the homework, but I don't know how to open it. The one you showed us now.
This one?
Yeah, I don't know how to
On the
open
weekly
it.
plan, when you open it, you have something called notes. In the notes, there's two links, one for the lesson, one for the homework.
Okay.
So just click the link and you will have this page.
Yeah, but last class, not online class on eSchool, I didn't. The lesson didn't open.
You have this page?
No.
Just send me a message when it doesn't work.
Okay.
Who has a question before we leave? Miss Adam.
Teacher, I did the homework mixed practice.
That's good. Can you send it for me?
Okay.
Okay. Dean.
Teacher, I don't know what's the meaning of this page when I see this.
This page?
Yes.
You can't do the homework anymore because the due date has gone.
What can I even do anything? Okay. Not me.
Kareem.
Teacher, when I click on the link, it doesn't open the homework for me.
It doesn't open?
No, sometimes.
Okay,
Some of them.
when it doesn't work.
Okay.
Mutir, talk. Yes, Mutir. Noor, do you have a question?
No, I just want to ask you, next week we have, in the same day we have class?
I think yes.
Okay.
Any question before we leave? Mutir, do you have a question? Mutir is not there. Let's see Tulien. Yes, Tulien.
Teacher, some of them they didn't mute themselves.
Again?
Some of them they didn't mute themselves because I can't see.
It doesn't matter. It's okay. Fine. Okay, guys. Have a nice weekend and see you next week, inshallah. Yes, Tulien.
I love you, teacher.
Love you more, honey.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye, teacher. Have a nice weekend.
Thank you for you too.